Oh, Dr. Luxia, good evening.
What's our current status?
Everything's going as planned. At this rate, we should be able to have the subject online ahead of schedule.
Excellent. Let us prepare for the final stages of development.
Emergency. Breach in Block 28.
10, what's going on?
A creature has escaped from the testing facility.
Lock down the lab. I'll take care of this.
Gah! Out of my way! I'm trying to escape this place!
Sorry, but that's not happening.
Yeah? And who's gonna stop me? Some frail nurse? Don't make me laugh.
You're welcome to try.
Driver!
Let's begin your checkup, shall we?
Okay, ready!
Hezzy!
Get equipped! Armor, 0!
Who the hell are you?
Part-time nurse, part-time e-girl, all times catgirl hero. Common VTuber 0. Examination, begin. Hello, everybody. Hello. Excuse me. Hello, Paris. Hello, Sora. Hello, Gray. Hello, Sadako. A lot of regulars in the chat. How's everybody doing today? I'm back. Just like I said, I'd be back. I'm not going to do the Blink-182 bit. Even though I totally could. I just realized something I forgot to do. I have to turn off a Nightbot command. Otherwise, it's going to start. Actually, you know what? I'll leave it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. The teaser image on Twitter made you go one concern. Nice. Honestly, that's one that I just picked from my folder of them. Well, let me pull myself up here. How's everybody doing? I need to get a nurse office background. I have one technically, but I don't know what the rights to using it are. Who do I need to go over custom henshin build? It really depends. If you're looking for one to be like modified of a already existing one, There are people who mod their own belts. Otherwise, you'd have to find somebody probably with like a printer or can do plastic molding and stuff like that. Curious why a nurse would have that much blood on them. Listen, when Shark Week happens, some people have it worse than others. It's good to see that everybody's doing good. You meant like art? It really depends. You'd have to find like an artist who draws that stuff. Or just have like really good references to what you want. Like I had to like for my armor design, I couldn't explain it. And so basically what ended up happening is Radia gave me like basically a 2D mannequin. It was just a shadow cat girl thing and said, she's like, go into MS Paint, do your best attempt at drawing this, what you want, and I will try to make it in art form. And I was like, okay. So I drew the thing, and then I drew the belt. Oh my goodness. Clearing my throat so much. And she's like, okay. And then she was able to make something out of it. Mosquitoes and other bugs. Wear bug repellent. Put on bug repellent. That's my advice for the day. Sadako. Just real quick, guys. I'm just going to reset my avatar for a second. Let's see. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay, so I'm not going to delay too much further because it's already 20 after 9 and we haven't even started playing the game yet. So I'm going to go over to the game. There we go. A build belt to make so I won't get attacked. I would honestly, if you want my advice, I would honestly just try to like come up with your own design, and then that way you won't have to worry about any of that. Anyways. Oh. Sorry, everybody. Anyways, where we last left off, we were at the retreat with Makiko. And I think we're still on that part of this. I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, okay. It's just a little intense tonight. I've been fighting off a migraine today, so... So did I miss a lot last time after I went to bed? No, not really. I've been fighting off a migraine today, so the bright light's not helping. So I've turned it down a little bit. I should probably turn down one more. It might affect my facial tracking a bit. Hopefully it doesn't too much, but I'll turn it up if it gets really bad. It took me a long time to come up with a design, Sora. You're just going to have to sit down and think of the things that you would want. Also, I would say watch a few more series before you decide on one, because there could be a gimmick you're not even thinking of. And you'd be like, oh, that would be neat, kind of thing. So, anyways. I take a deep breath. Finally, a day just to relax. Okay, so we're not at the retreat anymore. All in all, the trip went well, with only a few incidents to speak of. However, after finishing that 3-day English teaching marathon, we had another 2 days of helping out Kota today. For the first time in what seems like forever, in what seems like forever, So we're on. We have a day off. Fumo, lying on her stomach, tail swishing lazily, looks at me from her book.
Are there any plans for today?
I look over to her. For once, no. Thank God. Thank Akash. Has there ever been a henshin device that's been... Yeah, literally, last year's Kamen Rider season, Saber was all about using swords. Literally last season. By the way, nothing saying you can use a thing that's been used before. They all do that. They've reused their own ideas multiple times. So.
Oh, I didn't know you were that religious.
It's just never mind. I glance over at Aina, who's staring at a book herself. This one being an English study guide. Maybe I should take this time to work on some Japanese. At this point, even Aina is going to be bilingual before I even come close. I glance around for my Japanese book. As I do, I feel my phone buzz. I really hope that's a spam email. Taking my phone out of my pocket, I take a look. The sender says, "End you step." Let her sigh, of course. Dutifully, I open the email. Basically, it states that there's some paperwork that I need to sign, and they're wondering if I'd be able to make my way over to the corporate office at some point this week to get it done. Of course, because apparently I'm just not meant to have days off. The email says that I can go any day this week, but honestly, there's no way I want this hanging over my head. I turn to Fumo. Work says they need me to go into town and sign some documents. Are you two okay with that today? Fumo turns her eyes back to me.
That's fine.
She turns and asks this to Japanese to Aina. Looks up from her book, hearing this. Quickly, she looks back down and mouths some words in English. She then turns to me.
After lunch?
I shrug. Okay. Aina pops up in excitement.
Yatta!
Oh, Sora, I backed my friend made this game, but even so, I backed on a Kickstarter, and I got one of the early dockies of one of the characters, so I have a docky of this girl right here, Aina. It's my first docky Makara, actually. Well, at least one of us is excited. If we're going out afterwards, you should probably change. Food does. Turns to Aina and translate for her.
もちろん.
Then, without any further ado, she proceeds to strip out of her kimono. I immediately turn my head to stare at the suddenly very interesting wall. From behind me, I can hear Fumo's voice, although I can't understand what she's saying at all.
Are you serious right now?
What?
Don't what me. You were going to change clothes in front of him.
Well, if it's him, I don't mind at all.
Yep, this sure is an interesting wall. Oh god. Reminds me of an old clip of Soda's. This wall was beautiful. Oh god. It's from like Soda's Berserk one shot. I don't even know if that video exists anymore.
That's nothing to be shy about.
I swear you are impossible. You have no modesty, do you?
Of course I do. But like I said, if it's him, I don't mind. Do you mind?
What kind of stupid question is that?
You can't answer my question with another question.
Because it was a stupid question.
As my dad always says, ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer.
I see.
There's nothing to see.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, I don't know what you're talking about.
What's that? You want to watch me change? I mean, I guess if you really want to, it's okay.
I never noticed there's a slight divot in this wall. I hope they don't charge me for it. That's what he's concerned about. A fucking divot in the wall while they're having this conversation. Oh my god. This sounds like Mr. Unpopular's writing. It definitely is Mr. Unpopular's writing. Huh, there's a divot in the wall. Oh, damn it.
Aina, not everyone thinks the way you do.
Oh my goodness, Fumo-chan, you're bright red. You're so adorable when you're flustered.
I'm getting changed. And not here.
Aw, she is flustered. I hear a door close near me as I continue to stare at the wall. Something tells me this is going to be another long day. Thankfully, the trip isn't too bad. My main office is only about 3 train stops away. Ida's looking at the window at the buildings. Excuse me. Window at the building, the smile on her face, while Fumo is flipping through a page in the book. As the train car seems to be pretty empty, I lean over slightly and do a whisper to Fumo. Do you really enjoy reading that much? Fumo doesn't respond, but merely nods and turns a page. Any particular reason?
It's quiet.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. As if taking my words and processing them for a moment, she shifts her eyes away from the book towards me.
That wasn't meant as a please be quiet. I was merely stating why I like books.
Oh, alright. There's an awkward silence.
Do you like books?
Oh, well, I do. I mean, I should read more than I do.
I see.
Turns her attention back to the book.
If you'd like, you can read this book when I'm finished. It's pretty good.
Oh? Oh, yeah. I'd like that. Fumo merely nods, still looking at her book. Quickly enough, we arrive at our stop. Right, this is it, guys. Oh, goodness. Okay, there we go. I step out while both Fumo and Aina float beside me. I glance down at my phone. Okay, so it says that I should be around. It should be around here somewhere. After a few minutes of wandering around aimlessly, I arrive at a nondescript building. I think this is it? With some trepidation, I walk into the building as the automatic doors open for me. The receptionist looks at me and smiles. Oh, this person doesn't have a voice line? Ohayou gozaimasu. Sanin shite kudasai?
She's asking you to sign in.
Fumo translates before I even ask. I nod. Hi. I sign the board with my name, but she hands me a badge.
What is that?
I wait until we move forward enough from the lady to answer her. It's a security card. That machine over there reads the card and lets me in.
That seems excessive.
Yeah, I suppose it kind of is. I put my card in and the machine clicks, letting me pass. Fumo and Aina merely float over the machine. I step into the elevator beyond the gate. Aina looks around at the solid steel wall of the building.
Aina no like. Taikutsu no.
Boring.
Boring. I look around the polished steel walls. Yeah, I guess it is kind of boring. I'm not really into the cold steel look myself. Fumo translates this for Aina.
はいはい、そうですね。
So this. Aina finds herself looking at all the buttons in the elevator after seeing me press one. Reaching over, she moves her hand to press the big red one. Quickly, I grab her hand. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't hit that one. Shocked at first at my quick reaction, Aina notices her hand in mine and blushes, a silly look on her face. Quickly enough, I move my hand away. Fumo, please tell Aina not to touch that button. It'll stop this elevator and we'll be stuck in here. An exasperated Fumo turns and explains this to Aina.
ここで一緒に立ち往生? What are you doing?
Oh, I can't take it anymore, Aina. I need you. He moves in closer to me.
But right here?
Don't you think that makes it exciting?
Well,
I bat my finger lightly.
maybe a little. what about Fumo?
Oh, I wouldn't let you have all the fun.
Gently places her hand on his shoulder.
You're right, Aina. I have been a little too stuffy. I need to loosen up.
She slides her hand in between his jacket and shirt and slowly removes his
You
tie.
don't mind sharing, do you?
I cross my arms under my chest and look away embarrassed.
No, not especially.
I look over at Aina, who seems to be lost in her own world once again, drooling just a little. I glance back to Fumo. Fumo, she's doing it again.
Just ignore her.
Thankfully, at that moment, the elevator stops and the door opens. Okay, sounds good, Sora. Yeah, fantasies. This seems to bring Aina out of her little world as she wipes her mouth on her sleeve. As I step out, I'm greeted at the door with the logo of my company. Good, at least I'm in the right place. I open the door and step inside. When I do, however, I'm more than a little shocked at what I see. There, sitting at the desk, is Yuriko. Even though it has been more than 6 months, I recognize the woman I met at the mall, instantly. Before I can even think of keeping my voice down, I open my mouth. Did they forget to finish the drawing on Yuriko? Because her glasses, the frame isn't colored in. Unless it's meant to be like a clear frame. I wonder. Also, her pen looks very needle-like. I would know this because I'm a nurse. Yuriko? My voice cracks slightly as I say this, only adding to the awkward moment. Yuriko? Noticing I was there for the first time, she looks up at me. At first she seems slightly confused, but then smiles warmly.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, right. Hello. I give a small bow. Sorry, I don't know if you remember me, but... She softly puts a pen down and folds her hands in front of me.
Oh, of course I remember you, Mr. Kindheart.
I find myself blushing slightly. Ah, yes, the frames weren't colored in. They weren't. Okay. I gotta clip that. I'm finding all these things that I'm gonna have to make this like notes for Mr. Unpopular and being like, okay, these are all the things that have to be updated in the patch. Oh, I didn't think you'd remember we only met once.
Don't be silly. You left quite the impression on me.
Oh my. I left an impression on you, huh? Oh, hon, I left a lot more than that. She moves a paper aside. She's wearing her hair the same way she did before, in a ponytail curled down in front. So, excuse me. So, do you normally visit random malls in America when you're not here? She giggles softly as she stands up.
Not normally, no. But I volunteered to take that task. I like to travel. My job normally has me cooped up here in my office. It's nice to move around, see the world.
I nod. Well, I could see that. There's a slight pause. Oh, right. I'm here because I'm supposed to sign some paperwork?
Yes.
Excuse me. Yuriko responds, surprised as she looks back to me.
That's right. We just need you to sign some forms. I have them here.
Looking through what seems to be a mountain of paperwork, Yuriko finally pulls out some papers.
Ah, here we are.
She hands the papers to me gingerly. I take a look at them. They're all in Japanese. Great. I can feel FOMO looking over my shoulder.
Something about taxes?
She says, unsure of herself. Oh, are these some sort of tax forms? Hearing me say this causes Yuriko to raise her eyebrow slightly in surprise.
Oh, yes they are.
She then gives me a smile. Oh, that's a smile. That's not just a smile. That's a look.
I'm surprised. That's some pretty advanced Japanese.
I don't need to be calm. I don't need to take that from you, Sora. Oh,
No need to be modest. I'm just surprised at how fast of a learner you are.
I glanced to the side and I could see Ida shooting Yuriko a not-so-friendly look. I turned my attention back to Yuriko. Right, so I'll just fill this out in the hall and come right back and drop it off.
Oh, did you need some help? It can be quite complicated.
I know, Sora. I'm just messing with you back. No, I'll be fine. I moved backwards towards the door and opened it, letting myself out. As I sit back in the hall, leaving a confused Yuriko behind, I take a seat in one of the chairs. Before I can even shut the door, Aina turns to me.
That.
I guess she's my boss. Why? Fumo translates this.
Aina no like.
What? Why? Aina turns to Fumo and says something in Japanese.
She says she didn't feel right.
Fumo shrugs.
I don't know. She felt fine to me.
Whatever then. Can you help me with these, Fumo? Fumo looks over my shoulder at the documents.
21st century tax papers aren't my specialty, but sure.
Zip just ended. Oh. Fumo then proceeds to translate the papers for me as best she can, and I fill them out within a few minutes and they're done.
That looks about right.
Great, thanks. I gather the papers and head back towards the office. Aina reluctantly follows me back. I knock on the door.
Oh, come in.
I open the door to enter. Excuse me. Here, I have your paperwork done. Yuriko flashes me another kind smile.
So fast.
She takes the paperwork and looks it over.
Oh, and you filled in everything correctly. I can't tell you how impressed I am.
The gotcha addiction continues.
Are
you calling me a gotcha game? Nihongo wa Oh, she's saying Nihongo Jozu? Yo, bro, we're Nihongo Jozu. Nihongo Jozu. One whispers the translation in my ear to what to say. Watashi no Nihongo wa Jozu Junimasen. Once again looks surprised.
Oh my, modest and a quick study. I knew there was something about you.
Oh my. Suddenly her face switches to that of a surprised one, as if I just remembered something.
Oh, that's right. I should give you another one of my cards.
Says this as she begins to look into her drawer. Oh no, that's not necessary. If it's the same pair from before, I still have that. She's in my wallet and pull out, showing her. Yuriko looks back to me with a genuine look of surprise.
Oh, I must say I didn't expect you to still have that. You just keep surprising me, don't you?
She giggles lightly.
Well, my Japanese number is on there as well. Please, if you need anything, give me a call.
You and me both, Sora. Right, thanks.
Don't mention it. Thank you again for coming in such a short notice. Have a great day.
I give her a slight bow. You too. As I head to the door, I look back and she gives me a congenial wave. I return with a slight wave of my own and close the door behind me. Once I'm outside the door, Aina latches onto my arm and begins to pull me.
Lunch. Now.
All right. You don't have to pull. I make my way towards the lobby and hand my card back in. Once we step outside, we're greeted by a familiar sight of a bustling Japanese street. I look both ways before finally noticing a seemingly deserted alleyway. I thumb over to it. You two can appear over there. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. Fumo nods and translates it to Aina, who reluctantly lets me go. The two of them make their way over the alley with me, keeping watch as they appear. A few moments later, the two steps of the alley sands their ears and tail.
Where are we going?
I have absolutely no idea.
Hey!
I mean, we could...
Hey!
Oi! Oi. I stop for a moment. I know that voice. Sure enough, I turn around. Coming through the crowd is Makiko. Makiko?
Hey! I knew it was you.
How'd you see me through the crowd?
You're easy to spot.
I raised my eyebrow. What gave me away?
Well, I saw an American from far away.
Oh, I see. We all look the same.
Wait, what? No, I didn't mean...
Be nice. You're going to break Makiko. He's just kidding.
Hearing Fumo's voice seems to break Makiko out of her freak out. For the first time, Makiko notices Fumo and Aina.
Oh! Fumo! Aina! Hello!
She announces excitedly. Seeing Makiko, Aina begins to speak with her in Japanese rapidly, to which Makiko responds. So, what are you doing here? I ask her, trying to become involved in the conversation.
Oh, right! I had an errand I had to do. I'm about to head back.
Oh, well, we're about to go grab some lunch if you wanted to come.
Okay, yeah, sure. That sounds great. Where are we going?
I shrug. We were just trying to figure that out. Suddenly, Makiko hits her hand as if having an idea.
Hey! We should invite Kotone too!
Oh, she's probably working.
Oh? Where does she work?
She owns a rabbit cafe near the school.
Oh! Kotone runs that place? I've been meaning to go there for a while.
Well, if you'd like, we can go there.
Oh! Can we?
Sure, I don't see why not.
Well, come on, let's go!
Makiko turns and with a determination about her begins to walk away.
Well, I guess that was decided for us, wasn't it?
I guess so. After boarding the train, the four of us ride until we get off at our stop. A minute or so of walking later, and the four of us arrive at Kotone's cafe. Oops, all girls, literally. Well, here we are.
Ooh. Right. I always walk by this place, but I never thought to stop in. If I knew Kotone owned it, I would totally have stopped in here earlier.
Makiko excitedly opens the door and steps in. Kotone is immediately there to greet her new customers in her usual outfit. She stops her introduction the instant she recognizes the customer. Makiko isn't listening. On the other hand, though, her eyes are now full of sparkles.
Wow! That's so cute!
Kotone laughs nervously in response.
Nice to see you, Makiko.
As if finally realizing how she was acting, Makiko breaks out of her cute, infused stupor.
Oh, right. Hi, Kotone. How are you doing?
Seeing Makiko return to normal, Kotone's normal, confident smile returns.
Things are going well.
As if for the first time, she notices the rest of us.
Oh, hi, Fumo, Aina, Mr. American. What are you doing here? You're not on shift today.
Makiko seems to pause before quickly turning to the three of us.
Wait a second.
Gestures to Aina and Fumo.
You two work here?
Part-time, and usually only when Kotone is short-staffed, but yeah.
Wow, that's so cool! You have to let me know the next time you're working!
Sure.
Well, you four are in luck. We have a table right here, Chu.
Fumo leans over and translates this to Aina.
Thank you, Kotone.
Thank you, Kotone.
Oh, sugoyo, Aina.
Aina beams with pride. The four of us make our way over to the table and sit down. Kotone takes all of our drink orders and heads back towards the kitchen. As she does this, I notice Makiko's leg bouncing quickly, her eyes focused towards something on the side. My own eyes follow hers over. Right over there where the rabbits are being housed. A smirk appears on my face as I lean my chin on my hand. So, Makiko, do you want to see the rabbits? Sorry, let me try that again. So, Makiko, do you want to see the rabbits?
Huh? What?
Do you want to see the rabbits?
Oh! Well, I mean, we are at the Rabbit Cafe, right? So we probably should see them, right?
Oh, Makiko, you're adorable. She says quickly, as if trying to get through the justification as quickly as possible. Before I can reply with something sarcastic, Makiko stands up and walks over towards the rabbits. I let her a soft chuckle as I stand up and begin to follow her, with Fumo and Aina following. As I reach the rabbit housing, several people seem to be holding a rabbit. One rather cute rabbit, which I know is named Hime, was unaccompanied. And there was Makiko, frozen in place, staring at the rabbit, her face beat red.
So cute.
She mumbles to herself. You can pick her up, you know. She's pretty friendly.
Is it okay?
Yeah, that's what they're here for.
Right.
Takes a deep breath, or she takes a deep inhale.
Okay, here I go.
Makiko doesn't move. You know, Makiko, you can actually bend down and pick her up.
Right, I'm going to.
Then do it.
I am.
Hime looks at Makiko and tilts her head, letting out a chew. Oh my god. Makiko's a bottom. Makiko still doesn't move. I mean, I would have already known this, but yeah. There, an exasperated sigh. Lean down and pick up Hime, who eagerly allows me to pick her up. I turn to Makiko. Here. Before she say anything, I drop off Hime in her hands, which she catches.
But I...
Makiko, it's okay. It's just a rabbit.
What do I do?
Hold it?
But what if she doesn't like it? What if...
Makiko, it's fine. Just have a seat and put her on your lap.
But...
Sit down. Tentatively, Makiko sits down and lets the rabbit sit on her lap. If it's possible, Makiko seems to go even more red.
Nice, bunny.
She says, choked up almost as if she's about to cry from happiness. Shaking, she moves her hand over the rabbit's head, who prepares for it, flattens out her ears. Slowly but surely, she puts her hand on Hime's head and begins to stroke it. Don't shake so much, Makiko. You're going to scare her.
Oh, right. I just...
As Makiko puts her hand away, suddenly Hime turns her head up at Makiko to let out a chew in confusion. Banui moment, yep. If she were an overheated car, steam seems to be coming from Makiko's head. Hime worriedly tilts her head and turns her head towards Makiko, hovering hand, and gives it a quick lick in reassurance. If it was even possible, her face becomes even more red. A moment later, her head tilts back, and like that, she's out for the count. Match goes to Hime. Ha ha ha. Rabbit and Makiko is not a best match. This game is available on both Steam and itch, so that's where you can check it out.
Is she going to be alright?
Yeah, she just got a little too overheated. As if on cue, I can hear incoherent mumbling from Makiko.
So cute.
Yeah, she'll definitely be fine. Makiko quickly downs her entire fruit drink. She then lets out a loud exhale.
That was so good.
God, she drank that like it was freaking beer. Well, to be fair, I think any liquid would have helped considering how red you got. Makiko looks like she's about to say something, but thinks better of it and merely blushes and looks towards Kotone.
Can I have another one, Kotone?
Kotone smiles as she takes the empty glass and walks away to get another one. So, have plans for the rest of summer vacation? Makiko lets out a sigh.
Unfortunately, I have to help out with the school clubs during a lot of the summertime. I don't get close to 2 months off like you do.
Wait, you have to work during the summer too? Makiko chuckles lightly.
That's how it is in Japan, especially in schools. Summer break isn't the end of our school year, so we have a lot of work to do during it.
Sounds really busy. Do you at least get some days off in the middle?
Oh, we get some days off, yeah, but not a lot.
Fumo, meanwhile, has been translating all of this to Aina.
Oh, we all fun.
His voice seems to come out of nowhere. Actually, yeah, for once I agree with Aina. It's then Kotane walks by with the drink.
What are we all agreeing with Aina about?
Aina's saying we all need to do something together. At least, I think that's what she was saying.
No, that was pretty much it.
Well, I probably wouldn't be able to make it anyway.
Oh, really? We were planning on inviting you, Kotane, hence the everyone. You're kind of part of everyone.
You were? I mean, of course you were. Well, I mean, if you really wanted me to come, I'm sure I could make it.
The tsundere shows her true colors. Alright, see you later, Sora. Have a good one. Great cover there, Kotane. Oh well, things will probably just go smoother if I play to her ego. Really wouldn't be fun without you. Kotane lets out a sigh. Ugh. But I can't help but notice the smile she gives off while doing it.
Fine, fine. You twisted my leg. What are we doing?
Don't correct her. Seriously, bro. Don't correct her. My thoughts go to the train ride we took a while ago. Oh, I know. On the train I saw it looked to be a water park. That might be fun. Yes, it's time.
Ah, I know the one you mean. All the kids are talking about it. It just opened recently.
All the kids are talking about it. Fumo translates this to Aina, but they both seem to be a bit lost the concept of a water park. I should probably try and play this off cool. I assume it's probably like water parks in America, right? Slides that lead into water. Makiko giggles at this.
That's kind of what water parks are?
Beach episode, exactly. Right. Just checking. Oh, I forgot to ask. Can you and Aina swim? Turn to Fumo, who nods.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Oh, but you two don't have any swimsuits. Stop a second, too late, as I realize what a stupid thing that is to say.
Huh? How do you know they don't have any swimsuits?
Luckily, Fumo's brain seems to be faster than mine.
Oh, I told him when we were out shopping. We walked by a store, and I told him we forgot ours when we moved.
Ah, well, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Thank you, Fumo. Thank you so much. I give her an incredible thankful look, to which she just gives me a sidelong glance, as if to say, I saved you again. That's fine. They'll make sure to get some. So, when did you want to go? I asked, trying as quickly as I can to change the subject. I think this seems to work as Maki's expression changes.
Oh, how about Saturday?
Sounds good. Kotane, can you make it Saturday?
I'll have to ask the owner, but I think I'll be okay.
Cute. Cute, Kotane. Cute.
So what's the plan? Saturday morning?
I don't see why not. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Gaikokujin no Sensei.
Who knows? We're going to quickly save. New save on page 18. We're going to call this Beach Episode. Sweet. And return. Bam. The day of the water park arrives quickly. Fumo and Aina both grab their outfits, which I put in my bag, and we head out. After a short trip on the train, we arrive at our destination. As soon as we step off the bus, we're greeted by a waving Makiko.
Yo! Hey, guys!
I give her a wave back. Hey, Makiko, glad you could make it. Is Kotane here?
Huh? Oh, well, I haven't seen her yet.
What's the worst that could happen? Rain. Exactly. Suddenly, a voice breaks through our conversation.
Of course I'm here. Do you really think I'd get here late?
I turn to a newly arrived Kotane. I would never think that Kotane always keeps her word. Kotane always keeps her word. Kotane smirks proudly and nods.
See, Mr. American gets it. That's why we get along so well.
Huh? It sounded to me like he was teasing you.
Suddenly, Kotane's face goes slightly pink.
So anyway, are we ready to go in?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready when you guys are. The 5 of us walk into the water park after purchasing our tickets. As soon as we step in, both Fumo and Aina's eyes go wide as they look around in wonder.
Wow, this place is huge.
とっても大きいですね。
Right, so I guess the first thing we should do is get changed. I say as I thumb over towards the changing rooms.
Right. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Right, I'll wait here when I'm done. The 4 of them head off towards the changing area. Luckily, the male changing area is immediately next door. Otherwise, this could have been really awkward. I walk towards the male changing area. Luckily, it doesn't seem too crowded, as I find a locker to put my items in. I change quickly into my trunks and head outside. I head back to our meetup location. Of course, nobody's there yet. My changing is obviously a lot faster than theirs. As I'm waiting, I take the time to look around. I honestly can't remember the last time I went to a water park. Was I a teenager? College? I don't know. I remember the last time I went to a water park. I'm pretty sure that was the time I got a concussion. My attention turns towards some of the different attractions. Slides, lazy rivers. The place seems to have a lot of options. The age of people here seem to be varied, too. I have to admit, I was kind of expecting the park to be filled with nothing but teenagers and kids. Teenagers and kids. But to my surprise, people of my age and far older.
Earth to Mr. American.
Huh? What? I'm so lost in my thoughts I don't even notice when I'm being called to. Oh my god. Ooh. I must calm myself. It's too bad my new swimsuit isn't ready for this for this stream. Oh well. It is what it is. Water park really said vibe check bonk. I turn around so fast that I don't have time to mentally prepare for what I see. Fumo, Aina, Kotane, and Makiko are all standing in front of me, all wearing swimsuits. I mean, I know I should have expected it, but still, my brain didn't have time to prepare for it. My shock must be plastered over my face as Kotane smiles confidently.
Would you look at his face? I don't think it was ready to be hit with all of our beauty at once.
This is so embarrassing.
Don't be embarrassed, Fumo. This is how you're supposed to dress here.
ねえねえ、アイナ、cute?
I puts her arms under her chest. You all look good, I say, making a blanket statement.
Well, duh. Of course we do. But you don't have to be shy. You can just tell them that I look the best.
Oh my god.
That's pretty presumptuous.
Well, it's not if it's the truth.
Kotane lowers her eyelids to half and smirks.
Besides, it's not like all of us have something to show off.
Wow. Wow, what a bitch. What a bitch. Wow. Wow. I can't believe you did that. Fumo lets out an incomprehensible noise of irritation and shock.
Hey, Kotone, I think that...
何の話?
Kotane smirks and translates for Aina. Aina smiles.
ふもちゃんって確かに小さいけど可愛いね。
Aina, urusai.
I turn to the only one who doesn't seem to be entrapped into this conversation. Makiko, what the hell are they talking about?
Huh? Oh,
She looks between the three that are arguing back and then back to me. She starts to sweat profusely.
Girl talk! Yeah, that's right. Girl talk.
As if noticing I'm there for the first time, the remaining girls turn to me.
Oh, right. Mr. American is here. Let's have a neutral party decide.
Well, I'm glad to see that I'm good for being that at least. Kotane seems to ignore this and continues.
You're a guy, so tell us, which is better?
Which of what? Kotane blushes.
Weren't you listening?
I raise an eyebrow. Obviously not as you were talking in Japanese. Thankfully, Fumo chimes in, however, she's not looking me in the eye.
She wants you to tell us if guys like smaller or bigger, you know.
ねえねえ、大きいが好きですか?
She says as she draws attention to herself. You're kidding, right?
No, we're not kidding.
Are they serious right now? Well, this is probably the most embarrassing question I've ever been asked in my life. You're not going to drop this, are you? The four of them stare at me as if my opinion has some kind of worth. I let out a sigh. I can't believe I'm seriously going to answer this question. All titties are good titties. I feel like this one, though, will win me points with Aina, which is who I'm going for. So I'm going to say big. If I have any answer to the juvenile questions, fine, I'll just tell them the truth. Fine, if my opinion matters so much, I have to say bigger is better. They cross their arms and nods in approval.
Right? Just the answer I'd expect from an American.
Seeing Kotane's positive reaction, Aina smiles as well.
じゃあ、ハニは大きいが好きですか? ああ、嬉しいです。
Almost as if to emphasize this, Aina grabs my arms, causing herself to squeeze up against me. I chance a glance over at Fumo and Makiko, whose expressions appear to be a little more dour. Ugh, seeing them look like that actually kind of hurts a bit. Hurts. But they asked for my opinion. Besides, it's not like they're teenagers. They should be able to handle it. But I agree, all titties are good titties. Besides, I'm more of an ass and leg person myself. Thighs. Especially legs. Good set of legs. Anyways, where are we going first? Michael looks over to the map and points to something.
Oh! This one! All the students are talking about it at school.
I take a look at the picture of the ride. It looks to be something similar to a toboggan where six people to a seat have to sit close to each other to go down a long winding slide that eventually shoots them. Oh my god! To some like a rocket into the pool. Okay, sure sounds fun. Okay, sure, sounds fun.
Great. It's decided then.
Before anyone else can say anything, Makiko heads off towards the slide. The rest of us follow her before eventually getting to the line. The line isn't too bad, mercifully, and soon enough we reach the front of the line. I watch as I see a group ahead of us get in. It's then that I notice there are two that are in seats that seem to have to get pretty close to each other. There's handrails to hold on, but it seems as if some of them are foregoing that and wrapping their arms around the torso of the person in front of them. As I'm noticing this, Aina speaks up.
I go, honey.
Of course, Aina would want to go with him.
Well, shouldn't we let him decide?
All four of the girls look at me. Uh-oh. Who do I ride with? These do give you different art, but this time we're going to pick Aina. I sigh internally. Well, technically Aina did ask first. I guess it would be rude not to go with her. I say as a gesture to Aina. Surely not understanding most of what I said hearing her name, Ida exceedingly grabs my hand and pulls me to the front of the ride. Ugh. Gestures me to sit down. I do so, and she immediately sits down behind me. Before I can even turn around to show her the handrails, she immediately latches onto me around the waist. Yep, I should have expected that. And of course, I can feel something against my back. Oh jeez, this may have been a mistake.
しっかり捕まる。
I have no idea what she said, and I'm sure I don't want to. Quickly, the ride starts, and we're shot forward. Ina doesn't seem to prepare for it, though, as she lets out a little squeal. I have to stop myself from laughing, because despite myself, it's actually kind of cute. As we, why do I keep yawning? As we make a few turns, she holds tighter to me, making the soft sensation on my back more pronounced. Yep, this was a terrible decision. As I'm lost in thought about this rather large bump causing Ina to slightly lose her grip, in a gut reaction, I grab her, loosening arms with them and pulling them tighter around me.
いいね。
Aw, it's cute. I love it. She says dreamily as she leans her head against my back. I barely let out a small sigh. Ugh. I wait for Ina to say something else, but she doesn't seem to... She doesn't. She merely nuzzles herself deeper into my back like a cat. Hell yeah. I almost let her chuckle. For as mature as she looks, she really can just be a kid sometimes. If she wasn't crazy all the time and was more like this, she might actually be bearable. As if to cut off the moment, I could see the end of the ride ahead of us. With one big splash, the ride finally ends. I quickly release myself from Ina, much to her chagrin? Chagrin? What is that word? Hold on.
Chagrin.
Chagrin. Distress or embarrassment, having failed or been... Goddamn English majors.
Oh, over?
Oh, hun. Yes, Ina. Ina lets out a disappointed sigh.
くそ。
I hear her whimper around under her breath. Whisper annoyed under her breath. Huh. I wonder what Kasol means. Then we decided to move on to something a little more... God. Oh, I keep getting assaulted by yawns. Ugh. God, I'm going to bed earlier tonight. I woke up early to get my car. And I even went to bed early so I could get it, but I still didn't get enough sleep. Definitely going to bed early tonight. After that, we decided to move to Hale Hutch. Damn it, I'm out of water. So, guys, I'm going to have to go to a BRB screen to go get some more water. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, okay? Guys, I am so sorry. That took longer than expected. Alright, Sadako, I'm going to do the hydrate now. My apologies. Turns out, I had to take my dishes down, and I had to clean up from dinner, because I forgot to. Then I had to use the bathroom. So, it was more than me just going to refill my water bottle. So I apologize, but let's continue. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Apparently I needed the water. Hey Sab, how you doing? Okay. Alright. Okay. I think I'm good. Of course, as soon as I say that, I gotta cough again. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh, my throat. Okay, more water. The never-ending throat clearing. It doesn't help that I'm talking immediately afterwards. Anyways, I'm just going to try to work through it. After that, we decided to move on to something a little more relaxing. So we all decided to head towards the pool area. Because honestly, it's kind of hard to explain to Kotane and Makiko why I can't go on separate rides from Fumo and Aina. Hey, sorry guys, but I can't go on the single-person tube ride. If I do, Aina and Fumo will get struck by lightning. Yeah, I don't think that would go over very well. After a bit of finagling, I managed to convince Kotane and Makiko to join us in the pool, where Makiko had one condition. Volleyball. Before I could even really say anything, she had already rented a net from the park and set it up under the water.
Right,
in the water. Oh my god! Fuck. Okay. I think I know what the problem is. I keep coughing something up, and because I have nowhere to put it, I just swallow it and it comes back. So there, I took care of it. I think. I'm fine, it's just... You know when you get a tickle in your throat for a second, and then that triggers everything? That's basically what happened. Anyways. Well, doesn't seem like I'm getting out of doing this. I turn to Fumo and quickly explain the rules of the game. She puts her hands on her chin and nods, taking in the information.
All right, sounds simple enough.
She explains the rules to Aina, who grows more excited as the explanation goes on.
Yes, let's fun.
Yes, let's fun. She exclaims excitedly. It's then that I realize something. Question, there's 5 of us. How are we going to split it up?
Oh, right.
Well, to be fair, Mr. American, you technically should count for 2 people.
What? Why?
You know you've got at least 7 to 15 centimeters on us.
Well, I'm not sure how that makes me 2 people, but, okay.
So, who's gonna end up getting stuck with Mr. American?
You know, I do have a name. I grumble, but it's clearly ignored.
Ooh, Junkin Poe?
You're on!
Wide man. The 4 of them form a square and begin to do what looks like rock, paper, scissors. The loser will apparently get to be my partner. Huh, I feel like I should be offended by this. All four of them throw down their choices and... Kotane loses. 3 of the girls are all pick paper. Kotane ends up being the only one to throw down rock.
Aw, seriously?
I cross my arms. Sorry, you're stuck with me. Kotane looks over to me and exhales. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted Aina to lose. There we go. Thank God you can go back. The 3 girls throw out the scissors, and Aina's the only one to throw out a paper.
Yatta!
She jumps up in the air in excitement. Quickly, she moves over towards me.
Hi, honey.
She says then as she puts her arms around me. I merely sigh as she attempts to entangle her fingers in mine. Gently, I make some distance between us. Aina, game now, okay? I point to Makiko, who's about to serve the ball. Following my fingers, Aina sees this. She looks back at me and nods.
Hai, wakarimasu.
I watch as Makiko serves the ball. I hit the ball several times, getting a score each time, as Fumo, Kotane, and even Makiko are no match for our combined prowess. I wipe sweat from my brow as Seriously Bro looks over to me. Wow, Aina, I had no idea you were so good at this.
I guess I'm just a fast learner.
You're more than that, you're amazing.
Oh, stop.
I haven't said this yet, but you look so gorgeous in that outfit. A blush at the compliment.
You don't look so bad yourself.
Hey, Aina! You both are such a good team!
Right? I'm totally jealous.
Suddenly, Seriously Bro-sama puts his arms around me. Well, she is amazing. I look into his eyes.
Me?
Hey, Aina! Aina lost in her own little world. Doesn't seem to the errant ball heading right for her. I stick my hand out to divert the shot a few more inches from her face. That seems to break her out of her stupor. Aina, what are you doing? A bit confused, Aina looks from me over to the ball floating in the water a few feet away.
Gomen.
Aina turns her head down, looking more than a little ashamed and embarrassed. Seeing her so down, I let her to sigh. Pick up the ball and place my other hand on her shoulder. Her golden eyes turn to me. Aina, ganbatte. I am surprised at first, but her face evolves into a much more serious one before turning back forward. To my surprise, Aina slaps her face with both her hands.
Yosh.
I let out an amused snort as I see this. Yep, fantasies again. That's what she's about. Before I can say anything, however, she takes the ball from my hand and moves back to her spot. Throwing it up in the air, she waits for it to come down and smacks it. You need like the JoJo's punch sound. That's basically a gunshot. Or a cannon shot. To my surprise, the ball shoots off like a rocket and crashes over the net and lands in the water between Makiko and Kotane. Both of them are too shocked to even react, other than open their eyes wide. Aina hops in the air as best she can.
Yatta! Aina do.
Aina do. Wow, you sure did, Aina. Good job. Aina beams a smile over at me.
Now we win.
We didn't win. That's amazing. Oh, fuck. Immediately. Oh, wait. Hold on. One more time. Wait, hold on.
Now we win.
We didn't win. Oh my god. But that's fine. Despite not winning or even coming close, I can tell Aina had fun. And I'd be lying if I didn't find myself with a little smile on my face. Thankfully, Makiko didn't want to go another round. After we finished the game, we spent the rest of the time relaxing and hanging out in the pool area. Sadly, after what seemed like only a few moments, the park announces something in Japanese that Fumo informs me means the pool will be closing.
Oh man, they're closing already?
I guess so.
Probably a good thing. This outfit is still incredibly embarrassing. Does this mean I can change now?
Yeah, Fumo, we can change now.
Thank goodness.
Ah, Hongo?
Hai, kairimashou.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
We all quickly get changed and make our way to the exit.
Well, that was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, I'd say so. We should do something like this again sometime. Kotane looks at her watch and then back to us.
Well, I should go and check on the girls at work. Make sure everything's all right. Have a nice day, guys, okay? I'll see you soon for work, you three.
Yep, sounds good. Have a good night. Kotane nods and then heads off.
Yeah, I should probably get heading back too. Have a good night, you guys.
Yeah, you too, Makiko. Have a good night. Go waves as she heads off as well. Once I see she's out of earshot, I sigh loudly. I'm exhausted. Can we go home?
Honestly, I would like that very much.
With that, the three of us gather up our belongings and head for home. Ugh, I feel like I'm wearing a layer of chlorine. I'm going to take a shower, Fumo.
All right, I'll take one after you then.
Grabbing my towel, I open the door to the shower. Oh, shit. There's the light rays again. Blocking it off. I'm honestly not prepared for what I've come to face with.
Yeah.
Don't you yeah me. That's what you wanted. But that's what I wanted too.
Oh no. I got no clothes on. Honey, see me. But it okay. Come in with
I close the door. Turn back to Fumo with an annoyed expression on my face. I'll take a shower later.
Gaikokujin no Sensei.
All right. Let's just go ahead and save. And we're going to name this one Shower Titties. Oh, fuck. God. I sigh as I rub my hands, doing my best to deprune them from after working on dishes for the past 4 hours. Even though Kotane said that she was only going to use us when she really needed to, the three of us working at the cafe has almost become a weekly thing at this point. Even with the school holidays and such, it does leave me a bit exhausted. The remainder of the clientele has finally finished shuffling out, only leaving behind a single customer. Even after how awkward her first visit had ended up, Makiko has been coming back quite frequently to Kotane's cafe, avoiding the coffee drinks, of course. Still, now she has actually worked herself to the point where she can pat one of the rabbits without passing out. I'm so proud. Let me try that again. I'm so proud. All right, Makiko, we're wrapping up shop.
Huh?
Makiko snaps to attention, having been talking to the rabbit cutely.
What? It's that late already?
Makiko checks the clock.
Oh, jeez. I have to get going home.
Oh, jeez.
Right. Have a good night, Makiko.
Makiko places the rabbit back in the pen and looks back to Kotane as if realizing something.
By the way, you going to the festival?
Oh, is it festival time?
Of course. I'm getting some time off tomorrow to check it out.
Cool.
Cool. Makiko excitedly turns to me.
Do you guys all want to meet up?
Hell yeah. I'm sorry, meet up for what? I look at her confused.
You know, the big end of summer festival they're having.
I look back at her as if she has 3 heads. Just this look of confusion.
You are going, right?
What festival are you talking about?
Fumo asks, finally joining the conversation.
You guys seriously didn't hear about the town festival? You know, the one they've been advertising for weeks.
I did not. Oh, you mean in that language I don't know?
Well, maybe you would if you studied more.
She got me. This is true. But I only really speak to you three, so I guess I've gotten lazy. Makiko looks to me.
We all should go together. You and I are going to be swamped with the school year soon, and this might be the last time the 5 of us will be able to do something fun together for a while.
Well, I'm not opposed to us all doing something, but what exactly do you do at a festival?
Oh, it's really fun. There's food, games, and there's going to be fireworks at the end.
I suppose I could eat some different kinds of Japanese food. I'm kind of eating a lot of the same stuff. Well, that and Kotane's food, that is.
What's wrong with my food?
Nothing. Your food's great. I just think maybe I should try other Japanese food while I'm here.
I see what you're saying. Okay, I guess I can't argue with that. You haven't lived until you've had natto.
Natto? The hell is natto?
Fermented soybeans.
Ew. Japanese people actually eat that?
Do we really need to go over what's in a hot dog?
I don't know, but I can tell you what's in my hot dog. Fair point. I guess I should be more open-minded.
You got a refractor shard.
Nightman.
Nightman 39 cheered.
Thanks for the bits.
X5. Slay bro is the protagonist we need. February 1 bounce.
Exactly.
There you go.
Makiko suddenly turns to Kotane.
Oh, that reminds me. I have to rent a yukata for that.
I know I'm going to look stupid by asking this, but what's a yukata?
It's like a kimono, but lighter. It's meant for warm weather.
Oh, okay, so I'm assuming you four would need to get one of them?
Not us 4, us 5.
I stop for a moment as I count to myself. Wait, I point to myself. Me?
Of course you. Guys can wear yukatas too, you know.
Me? Me? What? Me? Who? You? Me? You? Me? Reminds me of a stupid thing from from the Night at the Roxbury sketch on Saturday Night Live. We're like, what? You? Me? Who? Me? 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 You? Me? You? Me? Me? You? Me? Oh, they can?
Of course they can.
Oh, but wouldn't that look weird? I'm not exactly Japanese. He waves her hand dismissively.
That doesn't matter. Besides, if we're all wearing them, you're going to have to wear one too. It's only fair.
I thought for a second that I would look kind of weird in one of those, but to be honest, because I'm going to break everybody's immersion for a second, IRL, I'm a big dude. I see a lot of Japanese, like older Japanese businessmen wear yukatas, like constantly. And usually they're like portly gentlemen like myself. So yeah, I wouldn't be that weird or out of place to wear one of those. So, of course, as the cat girl you see in front of you, I will be wearing my Chinese dress to get to the thing. So that's what you're getting.
Exactly.
I look around for some help from Fumo, only for her to cross her arms and nod her head.
I agree.
Well, crap. My defeat must be written on my face as Makiko smiles triumphantly.
Great! Okay, so we'll stop by the yukata place tomorrow before we go. 3 o'clock, okay?
Do we have to talk about what is in a hot dog? Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a gosh dang hot dog.
Yeah, I can do that.
Fumo turns to Aina and asks her something in Japanese. Aina's face lights up.
Hi, this. Right, then it's settled.
Did her outfit change? Oh no, she just came in front, I think.
Matsuri?
Yeah, she did. Okay.
Right, then it's settled.
Okay, gotcha. Hey, don't I get a vote? Makiko turns to me a bit confused.
Oh, well, of course you do. But do you want to go with us?
A look of hurt is starting to eke into Makiko's face. Yeah, oh, that's playing dirty, Makiko. What? No, of course I do. I just wanted to be able to vote. Haha. I laughed nervously. Suddenly, Makiko's mood does a 180.
Oh, well that makes sense.
Kotane and Fumo lean into each other.
彼女はすごい。
Fumo nods.
Okay, well, I really do have to go. See you guys soon.
He then proceeds to walk into the closed door.
Ah!
Oh my god, Makiko. Manages to recover quickly, thankfully. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
She answers with an embarrassed smile as if she fumbles for the doorknob.
Okay, bye.
She not so quietly squeezes out the door. Well, that was smooth. I say to no one in particular. And with that, now I'm stuck going to a Japanese festival tomorrow. This should be interesting. Interesting being one of the nicer words I can think of.
Gaikokujin no Sensei.
Alright, well, I'm going to save this one as festival time. And we'll return. Alright. Okay, give me 1 second, guys, because I need to change my outfit. So let's do this real quick. So obviously, we can change out of the nurse outfit. Let me just take that off. There's my standard outfit. So let me just turn into the China dress and put the bow on for good measure. And now I'm ready for the festival. Yeah. Okay. I tried to drag my feet as much as possible. As much as I possibly could, but Aina had no intent of letting me do so, and we ended up arriving a few minutes early to the address that Makiko texted me later the previous night. I'm not at all shocked to see Makiko already there.
Hey!
She waves excitingly to see us. I give her a less crazy wave back. The three of us make our way over to her.
Hey guys! You got here early!
Yeah, well, Aina was really excited about going to the festival. I thumb over to her, who looks like she's about to pop.
I can see. So, you guys ready to go in?
Oh, did I change too quickly? Oh, well, whatever. Are we waiting for Kotane?
She just texted me. She'll be here in just a... Oh! There she is!
Makiko once again excitedly waves, this time at the approaching figure. An embarrassed Kotane makes her way over to us.
Jeez, Makiko, you're way too loud.
Oh, am I? Sorry about that. I'm just excited.
You're always excited.
This is true.
Well, what's the alternative?
I shrug and point to Fumo. Fumo? Hearing this, Fumo blushes profusely.
What? That's not true.
Profusely. Cute.
Oh my god, Fumo, you're blushing so hard.
Aina, who seems to be annoyed at being left out of this conversation, tugs on Makiko's sleeve for a translation, which she gives, and then proceeds to laugh.
Fumo boring not. Fumo very cute.
Aina, yamete.
いいえ、あなたは私のふもちゃん。
ふもちゃんじゃないよ。
ああ、照れくさいな、ふもちゃん。
I don't need a translator to tell that Aina is making fun of Fumo.
Aina, yamete.
She announces with more of an annoyance in her voice.
でも、ふもちゃんって気持ちいいですね。
She says now, leaning on her fully.
背中が痛いです。ふもちゃんがとってもラッキーですね。
Somehow, whatever's going on, I don't think I should be seeing this. Or, if I am, I should be paying admission or something. It's then that Fumo, annoyed, pushes Aina off her.
Aina, バカでしょ。
あれあれ、ふもちゃん意味がないよ。
As Fumo attempts to move away from her, Aina begins to follow her. I can't understand everything that's going on, but seeing how annoyed Fumo is getting is actually incredibly funny. Still, though, should I help Fumo-chan out? I'm gonna let Aina have her fun. These two have been at it for 1,000 years. Far be it from me to interrupt them. I'll just sit back and watch the show. Finally, Aina manages to catch up to Funo.
Got you.
He begins to struggle under Aina's grip, but seemingly to no avail. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna get comfy for a sec. Let's see. There we go. As the two begin to flounder around, Aina's hand eventually lands upon Fumo's chest. Fumo's entire face immediately blushes a deep crimson.
Aina, tebanasu.
Aina, on the other hand, doesn't seem to be paying any attention to her. Please. Please.
ねえ、ふもちゃん、気持ちいい。
It's at this point I know I shouldn't be watching this as I turn around. Hey, Makiko Kotane, I'm gonna go inside. Wanna come with? This seems to bring the two of them out of her stupor.
Eh? Oh, are they going to be okay?
They'll be fine. Makiko nods, albeit a little unsurely, and she and Kotane take their way into the Yakuza store. As they do so, I look around. I notice that at this moment, the two seem to be the only two outside. Sighing, I put my hands in my pockets and walk over towards the two of them. So I'm going inside. You two might have a problem if I do so, just warning you. They don't seem to be paying attention to me, as Fumo has managed to separate from Aina, and is currently chastising her angrily in Japanese. Seeing the two like this, I rub my hand through my hair in frustration. This is going absolutely nowhere. Reach my hand up, I place 2 fingers in my mouth and blow a large whistle. It echoes through the street, and suddenly both Aina and Fumo stop mid-word. You two finished? I asked, sounding slightly more irritated than probably needed to. Or do you want to embarrass yourself some more? Seems that the two have finally realized that Makiko and Kotane are no longer there, and the situation there finally hit them. Both of them turn bright red at the same time.
Sorry.
ごめんね。は、
Two of them seem to not even be able to look at me in the eyes as they look away completely embarrassed at their actions. Still, not looking at me, Fumo walks past me in the store. I let her sigh. Come on, Aina. You need to get Yukitas, right? I turn to Aina. Watashi tashi ikimasuka. Aina. Aina slowly turns her head up at me and places a small smile on it.
はい。と。
She stops to think for a moment.
Sorry.
Her face drops. I sigh again. Ii desu yo. I reach out my hand towards her, which she tentatively takes. I do the same with Fumo, who slowly takes my hand as well. Hand in hand, I take both of them into the store. I look around the store when I step in. Well, store is being a little generous. Store is being a little generous. It seems to be only slightly larger than a walk-in closet. In fact, it can barely fit the 5 of us. The older lady is at the back of the room and starts converse with Makiko in Japanese. Excuse me. I'm assuming it's about what we're going to need. Upon finishing her conversation, Makiko turns to me.
Okay, so Kotone and I already have ours. I explained to her that you 3 need one.
I look around at the different yukatas. You sure they're going to have one in my size?
She says she has a few that would fit you, and she can always alter if she needs to. In fact...
Makiko moves behind me and starts to push.
She wants you to go first!
Wait, what? Even if I tried to fight it, there would be no hope against Makiko, so I surrendered myself to fate and allowed myself to be pushed into a small measuring area. Behind the curtain, the woman takes a few of my measurements and then walks out. A few moments later, she comes back with the dark blue yukata. She gestures for me to try on the yukata. I slide it on and look at myself in the mirror. To my surprise, it actually doesn't look bad. It kind of looks like a fancy bathrobe, only a lot more ornate. After helping me buckle it correctly, she gestures to me to walk outside. I can hear the girls talking to each other in Japanese as I step out. As I do, though, all four of them go quiet as they look at me. So, how do I look? Silence. Is it that weird? Suddenly, a star seems to appear in Aina's eyes. Fumo sticks her fingers in between Aina's shirt and her neck, holding her from doing something stupid. Well, I feel awkward.
No, you look good.
Really? You think so? It doesn't, look weird?
Why would it look weird?
Well,
It looks good on you. Stop worrying. Isn't the fact that I'm holding back Aina saying anything?
Not really.
Okay, that's true, but you know what I mean.
I have to admit, though, their warm words make me feel a bit better. Still probably better I break the mood. Well, anyways, thanks. Still, that's enough of me being embarrassed all by myself now. Now it's someone else's turn.
Aw, come on. I want to embarrass you some more.
Kotane, congratulations. You just volunteered for it to be your turn.
What? No, I didn't.
Sounded like it to me.
Ugh, fine.
Kotane says something to the woman and goes in to get changed. Makiko then turns to me.
Okay, time for you to step outside.
Wait, why? It's not like you're getting changed in here. Makiko blushes slightly.
No, it's not because of that. It's because you've never seen us in yukatas before, and it'll leave more of an impression if you see all of us at once.
I mean, I don't think it really matters.
It totally does. You only get one first look. So come on, get out. Out.
I throw up my hands and surrender. Alright, fine. I can tell when I'm not wanted.
What? No, that's not what I'm saying.
Makiko, I'm joking. It's alright.
Makiko, you worry too much.
That's what I keep telling her. That's the last statement I get to make before I'm forcefully shoved out the door. Aina seems to want to follow me. However, Fumo says something to her which causes her to not only stop coming after me, but perk up. So now I'm standing outside of the shop in a yukata, randomly outside as people begin to walk past. Don't normally feel shy, but Jesus, this is embarrassing. Random Americans standing outside in a yukata looking completely lost. I do my best not to look at anybody in the eyes to avoid any sort of awkwardness. I attempt to reach into my pocket for my phone. My hand slides along my yukata as I do. Oh damn, that's right. Where are the pockets in this thing? I move my hands against the yukata as I begin to fumble around. Finally, I manage to find the weirdly placed pocket which houses my phone. As I attempt to bring it up the internet, I accidentally click my finger on the photos button. My eyes are drawn to the photos I've taken since I've arrived in Japan. Oddly enough, there aren't a lot. I hardly have any photos on this thing. I say out loud to myself.
Well, then let's take a picture.
A loud voice from behind me says excitedly. I nearly drop the phone in surprise as I play hot potato with it before it launches up into the air. I flip around in an attempt to catch it, but instead I am greeted by the sight of all four women in yukatas. Oh my goodness. Yes. Though I'm kind of surprised Kotane's is not green. She kind of went for like a teal instead. In any case, I am very much okay with that. I hit the wrong freaking button. That's the one I meant to hit. Sorry guys, I'm just adjusting my microphone a little bit. Okay, there we go. For an instant, no joke, I actually lose my breath. For some reason, the four of them look extremely elegant. There's something about the way that the yukata sit on them that looks stunning.
Got it.
Fumo says as holding out her hands, the phone lands directly in them. This action breaks me out of my stupor. Oh, Fumo, thank you.
You're welcome. Take better care of this, though.
Right. Sorry.
I think we once again stunned Mr. American.
ああ、浴衣はいいですね。
Oh, I just realized they have fox masks. That's hilarious considering it's them. Ina rubs up against her sleeve and giggles.
So, how do we look?
You all look great. I mean, I've never really seen Yakutas before, but they look really nice on you four.
Not a bad answer. I give it a B+.
I think it was fine.
As I'm standing there, still somewhat entranced, I cough into my hand to try to change the subject. Right, so are we going to head to the festival, or?
Trying to get out of talking about how great we look, huh?
That's exactly what I'm doing, Kotane.
Okay, we'll let you off the hook. If you compliment at least one of us, and act as that person's escort to the festival until we get there.
That kind of defeats the purpose. Besides, I'm not going to randomly pick one of you.
Ooh, I like this idea. Let's make it random.
Except for the word random, she didn't hear a word I said, did she? Confused Ina asked Makiko what's going on in transit.
I like. Let us do.
I have absolutely no say in this, do I?
Doesn't look like it.
Thank you for your honesty, Fumo. Let her sigh. Fine. I'm typing a number 1 to 4 on my phone. Here's a quick translation for Ina. 3. No.
4.
1.
I suppose that leaves me with 2.
Alright. What number did I type on my phone? Oh, geez, it's going to be one of these days, isn't it? I turn the phone around and reveal a 1. Seeing this, Ina jumps up in the air.
Yatta!
Okay, Chun-Li. As soon as she lands, she immediately rushes over to me and latches onto my arm.
行きましょう、honey.
I let out an exasperated sigh as I look to the other girls. Kotsune claps her hands together in mock prayer.
I will say a prayer for you.
I love how, I have, witty demeanor with Kotane and Fumo. Makiko, most of the time, is just like, huh? What? She's, oblivious to my humor. And Ina, well, she can't speak English that well, so she's kind of worried to it, too. Gee, thanks. The rest of the girls begin to walk ahead as Ina holds onto my arm tightly, pressing herself up against and nuzzling into me. That's a little tight. Looks over to me slightly confused.
どうしたの?
Using my free hand, I fuss around until I get my phone free, as I'm unable to reach my book with her holding onto my arm. I type into it tight in the translation. とてもきつい。恥ずかしいです。Seeming to understand me, Ina blushes and loosens up slightly.
ごめんね。
A few moments of awkward silence follows.
No like?
I turn my head back to her. No like what?
Ina. Embarrass?
Oh, thanks, Twitch Spawn. I try to think of a tactful way to say this. Sokushi.
なるほど。
Puts her free hand beneath her lips, as if lost in thought.
Honey, no like.
She looks back to me.
Ina, no embarrass.
At that moment, Ina's entire demeanor changes, like flipping a switch. Suddenly, her expression becomes much more neutral, and her hold on my arm becomes much more tenuous. It's just not her expression, however. Everything from her posture to even her smell is altered. To be frank, such a drastic change is a little unnerving. We walk in silence for a bit. I keep glancing over to her and notice her unchanging expression. It's hard to explain it, but it looks different. Not exactly cold, but definitely more mature. It's strange, but after seeing the excitable Aina for so long, this feels really strange. After a few moments of silence, Aina speaks up.
This. Good?
It says to me, her voice matching more of the day we first met, the deep air of maturity eking into every syllable. Something about it, though. Something seems off. Suddenly, I stop walking and pull my arm away from Aina a bit. More forcefully than I meant to, actually. Expecting for this to happen, Aina's eyes open wide in shock.
Nani?
I turn my head back to her. Yeah. She looks at me confused.
わかりません。どうしましたか?
Doing my best to think of some Japanese words. Aina janai.
どういう意味ですか?
She probably confused. Funny enough, this feeling's mutual. Scratch my head as I try to think of a way to communicate this. Look at my phone to find a word. Judoku Aina Hen. Tilts her head diagonally, trying to understand.
Henna? But no embarrass.
She looks up to me as if unsure of what I want. I shake my head. No, I'm sorry. She looks to me in confusion. Up to me, confused, mirrored in her eyes.
What honey want, Aina?
For my arms, I think to myself exactly what I was trying to say. I mean, quiet and matronally Aina, words. Really weird, that's for sure, but it's hard to just explain that, especially to Aina. Aina, be Aina. Aina's mouths the words to herself, taking them in.
Aina, be Aina.
Her eyes shift around, looking on the floor as if to answer this will be found there.
Aina, be Aina.
She says again, mumbling. Crowd murmur begins to overtake Aina's out loud thinking, as she still has her fingers on her chin. Finally, she looks back up at me.
Aina, be Aina. Okay? Honey, like?
I nod. Aina is Aina. Hearing this, Aina smiles widely.
Aina is Aina.
She then proceeds to grab my arm again, this time with more enthusiasm.
行きましょう, honey.
Aina then nuzzles into my arm even more affectionately than she did before. However, she then stops and looks up at me.
Be Aina. Okay?
On the other side, as I give her a small smirk. Ides. Aina lets out a giggle as she nuzzles back into my arm. Oh geez, what was that Fumo said about encouraging her? Led her to sigh. Oh well. As I glance back at Aina, a thought crosses my mind. Why did I think it was so weird when Aina reverted back to her more mature self? Why did it bother me so much? As I begin to mull over this, I hear a familiar call of Makiko. There are a few feet ahead of us and on the other three at the entrance of the festival. Seeing that she has to let go of me, she lets out a huff and begrudgingly does so. As I finally reach the entranceway to the festival, I realize how popular this event is. Rows upon rows of stalls adorn the walkways as dozens of vendors call things out in Japanese, hawking their food as well as advertising their games.
すごいよね.
I have to admit, I didn't think it would be this big.
What? What? You never heard about me? What were you expecting? Oh, fuck.
Well, it is the biggest festival of the year for this town.
I look over to Makiko. So does that mean that the businesses bring their wares here, or is it all just random people?
Oh no, a lot of businesses around here have booths set up.
So why don't you, Kotane? Yes, glancing over to her. A large, smug, toothy grin appears on her face. Oh, okay, Avdol. She, with her finger.
And who says I don't have a booth here?
Oh, you do?
Of course I do. Like I would lose the opportunity to advertise on the biggest festival of the year.
I give Kotane a mock bow. I am sorry for doubting you, Kotane-sensei.
Ooh, that never gets old.
She loves praise. So, do you have any idea where your booth is?
Yeah, it's a bit of a ways down, but I have two of the girls taking care of it.
Which ones?
Oh, Koharu and Mei.
Oh, right. Koharu's the one with the glasses, right?
Yeah, that's her.
Isn't Mei that one that has the short hair with the flip over her eye?
Oh, you're good at names.
Well, I mean, I work with them. It'd be weird not to know their names. There's a short silence.
Are you checking them out?
What? Wait, what? No, they're teenagers. Kotane smirks as she crosses her arms.
Well, just so you know, Mr. American, Mei and Koharu turned 18 a few months ago.
I hate all of you right now. Oh my god. Oh, fuck.
What did I do?
Sorry, I hate Kotane and Fumo right now. You're fine, Makiko.
Awesome!
Wait, why am I hated?
Because you brought this whole thing up. I glance over as Makiko is explaining to Aina why I'm so upset. Aina then proceeds to put a finger on her lips as if thinking and then looking up to me.
You young like?
That's it. I'm walking over there.
Hey, wait for me!
As I walk away, the rest of them follow suit, following behind me. I mean, it's not like I can really leave Aina or Fuma behind. Well, technically I could, but then I would have to answer to the ever-present lightning question. I just dropped my controller. Anyways. My eyes begin to wander as I look around at the different vendors. Man, I have no idea what I'm even looking at. As the girls begin to become enraptured, one of them in one of the stalls, I take a few steps backwards just to get away from the large crowd. I turn my head upwards to look at the night sky. I have to say, overall, it's much easier to see the stars here, despite there still being some semblance of light pollution. Regardless, it's nothing compared to my hometown in the States. I take a deep breath as I tilt my head downwards.
Hi, honey.
PCB like I hate it here. Basically, yeah. I am immediately greeted with a face only about a foot away from mine. Ah, Jesus! I fly back about a foot and grab my heart. I glance back to see Aina, confused, looking back at me.
大丈夫? びっくりしましたか?
Despite not knowing what she said, other than deja vu, I nod. Hi, daijoubu. Aina then proceeds to move back over to me.
ごめんね。驚かせるつもりじゃなかったんですけど。
I give her a look of, I have no idea what you just said, to which Aina puts a finger on her chin, which I have to admit actually looks kind of cute.
Sorry. Aina, not surprised. Try.
Suddenly, as if an idea strikes her, she opens up her arms wide.
Aina, no? Aina, hug.
With half an eyelid raised, I look at her. After a few seconds of me not moving, she puts her arms down and giggles.
冗談、冗談.
I assume Jodan means something along the lines similar to joke, merely due to the context. Despite myself, I find myself snorting out a small laugh. So, what Aina want? and then proceeds to point to me.
Honey?
She then points to herself.
Aina?
Reading the titties. Woo! Basically. Except 2 fingers and makes a walking motion with them.
Walk? Matsuri.
She wants to look at the festival with me. Wakarimasu. Then cross my arms and do my best to hide a smirk. Do I want?
Raid me, Daddy.
Oh my god! Alice! Thank you for the raid! Raiders, welcome! Quack. Asher with the quack right away. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just doing some more Gaikokujin no Sensei, aka Foreigner Teacher. A game that I was partially involved in. It's my friend's game. And we're at the festival right now. So you came at a good time. You cannot as quack. You cannot as quack. God damn. I still need to make that emote. One of these days, it's on my list of things to do. I owe that basically at this point. Anyways, let's see. Let's go ahead and give you a shout out, Alice. What were you playing? Let's see. Well, let's see what clip it plays first.
Spin out.
Master Delay. Oh yeah, you said that on Twitter. I like the tweet.
360.
That's a great clip. But anyways, guys, go check out Alcer Apparatus. Still trying to get affiliate. She's very close. And I would super appreciate it if y'all would go give her a follow and check her out. And also follow her on Twitter now that she has a Twitter account where she posts when she does stuff. So, but anyways, guys, let's get back to the game. Thanks again, Alice, for the raid. Appreciate it. Before I can even tease Aina more, I feel a tug on my yukata. I look down to see Aina lightly holding on to it.
Matsuri. Aina. Please?
Oh my. Ack. Oh no, I'm getting the sad eyes. What is this? Is she taking lessons from Makiko? You really want? Aina nods vigorously.
Aina really want.
As I see her reaction, I can't help but feel slightly enchanted by her sheer enthusiasm and desire to merely spend some time with me. I let her to sigh defeat. Alright. I'll walk with Aina. I walk with Aina. At the moment I say this, a look of pure joy appears on Aina's face as she leaps up in the air.
Yatta!
This comes out a little more loud than I'm sure she meant to, as even Aina blushes in embarrassment.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと興奮しすぎました。
Ides. One thing I've noticed is there's definitely a lot more apologies that go around here. Normally people in the US are as loud and boisterous as they want to be. But here it's like if you have the smallest infraction of courtesy, there's an onslaught of apologies. Weird. Welcome to Japan/Canada. Oh boy. While I'm mulling over this, Aina reaches over to my arm and hooks it into hers. She begins to pull at me, leading me further and further away. As we get about 10 feet away, I actually have to quite literally put my foot down to stop her. Aina! My voice, she stops. Tilt my head backwards towards the other girls. Fumo! A little surprised at first, Aina turns her head back towards Fumo, as if suddenly remembering, lets out an...
そうです。忘れた。
Thankfully, this seems to stop her forward walking. The last thing I feel like doing right now is explaining to everyone around us why Fumo just got struck by lightning. I lead Aina back a few feet so that we're a bit away. We're still close enough to Fumo so as not to cause problems. Seemingly judging our distance range, Aina looks around at the different stalls. Within a few moments, her eyes seem to fall at a specific stall. Turning around, she looks up at me. Without even waiting for my answer, she pulls towards the stall in question. The stall seems to be operated by an older woman who smiles as we arrive and says something to Aina in Japanese. I have no idea what the woman said, but it seems to make Aina blush and put a goofy smile on her face.
そうなんですか？ 私たち可愛いカップルだと思ってるんですか？ああ、それはとっても嬉しいです。
Whatever she says causes her to squeeze my arm tighter. Not exactly sure what she's doing, but it's probably better to change the subject. Gazing down, I see what appear to be balloons floating in water. Ugh. Next to them are little fishing poles. Digging deep into my memory of Japanese, I try to study it. I speak up. Kore wa nan desu ka? I point to the balls. Wait. Listen. You don't gotta ask what balls are. We all know. Momo smiles at me and simply says, Yo-yo suri desu. Yo-yo suri? Quickly, I take out my phone with my free hand and look up exactly what it is. I mumble to myself as I read the description of the rules. Aha, excuse me. Okay, so apparently I'm supposed to fish these water-filled balloons out with these paper fishing poles without breaking them. Interesting. Ai seems to have an easier time as she appears to simply be asking the woman how to play. I reach my yukata and pull out some money as I hand it to the woman. Aina goes to retrieve some money out of her own, but I stop her and show her that I'm handing the woman double the amount needed just for me. Well, I might as well give Aina a diamond ring by the reaction she gives me. Balls of steel. Exactly. For a moment, I swear her pupils are replaced with stars. I try to ignore this as the woman hands me and Aina both the paper-tipped fishing poles. I glance at the pole as I look over at the balloons. Heh. Okay, let's see here. Guess I should do this. I say this mainly to myself as I lower the end of the pole over to the balloon. To grab the end of it, I begin to lift it up. Slowly, I try to lift it up. Rip. Splash! The paper tears and the balloon falls back into the water. Huh. Aina, how? Hearing such a loud cheer next to my ear causes me to turn my head. To my surprise, I see Aina exceedingly holding the balloon that she apparently had just managed to pull out of the water. Seriously? On the first try? Wow, good job, Aina. Aina, her smile beaming, turns to me.
Hi, Aina, good.
She shows me the balloon proudly as her prize. Yeah, Aina, good. I turn to the woman and give her some more money. Hands me another stick. I put it in the water. I lower it in an attempt to grab the balloon. Rip. I swallow an explicitive as the paper rips again. Fuck!
Honey, hard.
I ignore Aina and pay the woman and try again. Rip. Try again. Rip. I pay the woman again. Ugh, why is this so hard? As I pick up the next pole, I feel a hand placing gently on mine. My attention suddenly turns over to Aina, who, realizing her hand is just on mine, moves it slightly and blushes.
Honey wa hard. Too hard.
I look from the stick back to the balloon. Too hard? Aina nods. Okay, well, she did manage to get it in the first try. Maybe she has something here. Slowly, I put the stick back into the balloon and begin to pull up slowly. Rip. Ah! At this point, I'm really trying hard not to utter the unpleasant words I really want to say. Pay the woman again and take the stick. Before I even have the chance to try, I feel a pair of gentle hands moving onto my own.
Aina, help.
I don't even have time to reject this offer as she moves closer to me as she squeezes between me and the stall. Yes! Yes! I was waiting for this part. Oh my goodness. How dare you put my favorite position in this game? She presses up so close to me that her butt is directly against my front. Oh my. Oh, geez. Even she's nuts. This doesn't feel too bad. Doesn't feel too bad, eh? Of course it doesn't. Probably feels great. Feels great, doesn't it? Heina. I try to say something, but it seems to be completely ignored. Instead, I try a different tactic as I attempt to move out of the way. Fortunately, there's a pole behind me, trapping me against her butt. Yes. Yes. Get fucked.
Yeah. Ho.
She says with a slight hint of irritation that more comes off as kind of cute more than anything else. Sighing in resignation, I allow Aina to stay there as she focuses her attention on the balloon. Slowly but surely, she raises up, and finally the balloon is lifted up to the point that it's off the water. It drops into her hand gently. I'm not ready for the explosion of excitement that comes from Aina at this moment. Oh shit. He's probably getting his dick rubbed pretty good by her butt. She exclaims at least what I think a little too joyously. Not only that, I feel her jump against me. Yeah, I better move.
You got a refractor shard. The Nightman 39
Thanks,
cheered.
Nightman, for the bits.
X4, I like her 2 balloons.
Right? She fished them out herself. I managed to back up from her to avoid any more awkward interactions. Look down at the prize I just spent a good 1,000 yen on. The hell am I supposed to do with this anyways? Well, she said yo-yo. I set my finger through the hoop and tried to bounce it as if it were a yo-yo. Oh, okay, I see. Ida watches me, seemingly enraptured. Excuse me.
Naruhodo. Honey, big head.
I mean, you ain't wrong. God damn it. This causes me to stop for a moment. Big head? Aina nods.
Hi, very big head.
I typed something into my phone and turned to Aina. Amata Oki? This causes Aina's face to fall as it's replaced with a shocked look. Amata Oki ga moto imasu?
Yeah. 違うよ。
She begins to flail her arms
あ
wildly.
なたは頭がとっても立派です。ごめんね。
She meant to say, I am smart. Big head, eh? Big head mode? Suddenly, Aina, sweat pouring down her face, turns and hunches over as she pulls something from her yukata. I hear her bubbling something to herself and then stands back up and turns to me, a nervous smile on her face.
ごめん、honey. You smart.
Smart. Exactly, Sadako, exactly. Oh, she was trying to say I was smart. Oh, wakarimasu. Aina puts a hand to her chest and exhales.
はい、ごめん。
Oh, this is too good to pass up. I look up on how to say sentence on my phone. I move my face away and look down and cross my arms and look as if I'm in deep contemplation. あなたは私がと思い、私は大きな頭を持っています。You think I'm ugly and I have a big head. わかります。What a dick. I do my best to give her a hurt yet serious expression. The look on her face is distraught and shocked that I almost feel bad for teasing her like this. Almost. Before I can say anything, Aina has run over to me, has grabbed me by the hands.
いや、違う。あなたはとってもハンサム。You? Handsome. Very sexy.
Uh-oh. Aina's starting to get louder as she screams certain words, an actual sense of desperation and worry in her voice. I may not have thought this through. Do my best to calm her down. Aina, it's okay.
Aina English bad, but you sexy.
Aina, please. Okina. Trying to remember the word that Aina said earlier from joking. What was it? Oh, that's right. Jodan. This is just to catch Aina's attention as she suddenly stops as she blinks a few times.
Jodan?
Hey, Jodan. You can see almost the gears click in her head. Wow, her thinking she upset me really seemed to have freaked her out. I hope I didn't make her too mad. I braced myself for some sort of explosion or scolding. For it doesn't come. Instead, I look back at Aina. I merely see an expression of sadness. Oh, jeez, I made her upset. Aina, Gomen. Hearing this, she slowly tilts her head up at me, not moving that much. I scratch my head as I think of how to explain this, but the words are way too complicated for me. Instead, I reach into my yukata and pull out my phone. Watashi wa anata no eigo de anata o karabukide wa arimasen. I'm directly translating this, so I'm sure it sounds like jumbled mess. Hearing this, it actually manages to have Aina lift her head back up, a light giggle coming from her.
That Japanese? Bad.
Let out a snicker of my own. Hi, Shimatsu. Aina then looks away and then looks back to me.
Why tease Aina?
YT serious? YT seriously, bro? YT seriously, bro? Response with a question seems to shock Aina, to which she responds with a comical face puff.
Aina first.
Aina seriously, bro, second?
You tease Aina again.
Yes.
どうして?
Because. Just my arms and I think for a moment. Fun.
Eh? Fun?
Hi. After tease, Aina funny, but then smile.
Smile?
I look in my book. Bisho.
Bisho? You like Aina smile, so you tease?
Shrug gently. Yeah. She stops as if to contemplate this for a moment.
You like Aina's smile?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's better than the alternative, so it's not like I'm lying or anything. When she smiles, it's kind of oddly reassuring in a way. But there's no way I'd be able to explain that to her. Still, I better try to at least clarify something. I like Aina's smile. Demo. I say, making sure to say the word but in Japanese to get her attention. Seems to work as she turns her head back to me. I type something else on my phone before looking back to Aina. Itsuwani no kohi mo tsukude wa arimasen. If Aina's sad, it okay. I can tell Aina's brain is traveling 1,000,000 miles a minute, as if trying to comprehend everything that just passed through our conversation.
なぜなら Aina is Aina. Yes?
I give her a slight smile and nod. Hi. A smile appears on Aina's face as she takes one of my hands in both of hers.
Honey, strange, but I like. Demo.
Oh. Grabs onto my hand tighter.
Sorry, tease Aina. Now come.
Aina? Aina? We're on Twitch. I can't do that right now. Maybe later. She says with a little bit of a haughtiness sprinkled into her voice, which I hate to admit is kind of adorable. Hi, Aina win. Aina smiles and nods.
もちろん.
And begins to pull me along to look at some other stalls. Soon enough, we all meet back up together.
Come on, guys. If we don't hurry up, we're gonna miss the fireworks.
Oh, that's happening soon.
Yeah, We need to hurry or we'll miss it.
Okay, fine. There's no way I could attempt to douse Makiko's enthusiasm at the prospect of seeing fireworks. The five of us move a ways away from the stalls and try to find a better location to stand. We all eventually settle on going to the top of the temple as we look over the scene where the fireworks will soon start.
Okay, they're about to start.
Almost as if on cue, the show begins. Aw, that's a cute shot. The sky illuminates with fireworks as they explode against the backdrop of the night. There's several oohs and ahs from all the girls, but especially from Aina, whose eyes seem to be twinkling at the spectacle. I feel like saying something silly, but as I open my mouth, I shut it again and turn back towards the sky. Nah, not this time. As I gaze at the sky, I find myself not really thinking about anything. Just drinking in the image of fireworks lighting up the night. Light up the night! There is a city that this darkness can't hide! Sorry, I got, just started thinking about that Proto Men song. So many things are happening in my life, and every day feels like a wild adventure. But now, just for this moment, everything seems to just make sense. As brief as these fireworks, that feeling will pass. But just for this one moment, it's okay.
Gaikokujin no Sensei.
And I think that's where we're going to end for the night on the fireworks. So thanks everybody for stopping by. Let's go find someone to raid. Let's see who's live. Let's see. Who is live? Let's take a look and see. Actually, shows my feed here. That's okay. Let's go back to Twitch. Let's see who's showing up on my feed. Let's see. There's Kuma. There's Soul. Let's see. Michi. Astral. Brett. Wait. Oh, no, it's Bread Sama. I thought it was Breadless for a second. You know what? I haven't rated Soul in a hot minute. Let's rate Soul tonight. Need the site because of that. So, what'd you miss? Your phone died? We watched the fireworks. That's what you missed. Okay. Okay, the ads are done. She's playing Hunch Showdown. Okay. So we're going to raid Soul. Okay, guys, so.
Hey Soul, hey.
Yeah?
Oh, whoops, wrong thing.
Hey.
I gave her a shout out.
It's me, Daisy.
Hi.
What if we...
Also, if you're very comfortable with it, you know?
What if we touch butts? Does your 2D model have a butt?
If you're ever looking for advice for anything,
or are you just like...
I would be down to touch butts. I would be down to touch butts, yes.
I'm gonna hope
Give her a
that
shout
you
out by
have a
accident.
butt that we can touch.
No.
And I'm gonna put myself right here, and it would be so
Yeah.
funny.
It would be very funny.
Touch butts.
You know?
Oh my god.
That would be such a funny joke, right, guys?
Everybody else is just like, what the fuck? Anyway, sorry, we're gonna raid her here real quick. Guys, if you're subbed to me, this is the raid message you use. If you're not subbed, you can use this one instead. That is what a clip, eh? You can join my Discord server here. You can follow my social medias here and my YouTube channels here, which I have a new highlight reel coming out and other videos coming out soon as well on the other channel. Once again, make message if you're subbed. If you're not, you can use this one instead. Guys, Saturday I will not be streaming. I will be spending the day at Anime North in Toronto at the Toronto Congress Center. So if any of you guys live in the Toronto area and you want to come hang out, definitely come hang out. It'll be fun. If not, you know what? That's totally fine as well. I will be filming it, though. I do have 2 or 3 other con vlogs I need to edit before it goes out. So when those go up, I will give you guys a link to my channel where I put those. But anyways, for the time being, I'll see you guys probably on Tuesday again for some more Yakuza 1 with Esky. But anyways, take care, comb your hair, and use a brush. Don't do drugs. Stay in school. Eat your teeth. I'll see you next time on Cheat. And go say hi to Soul for me. And go touch your butt. All right? Okay. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Bye. Go say hi to Soul for me. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye.
Oh my god!
You down somebody?
With the dynamite!
Just threw dynamite in there, you might not wanna...
Why?